All right, let's try this again. My goodness, terrible. I don't know what's going on, but here we are. Hopefully, people will find me. Aha! Here I am. Good morning, guys. I apologize for that. I don't know what happened. Um, I turned my computer on this morning, and Stream Labs decided it was going to do an update. And lo and behold, with the update came no camera. So here we are. Good morning. I saw my mother say something about I must be frustrated by now. Yeah, I was pretty frustrated. Pretty frustrated. But we're back to the old stream yards for this morning. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. It is Friday. It is July 7th. It's a little later than I thought. It's 6:15, but good morning. We made it to the end of the week. Hope everybody is doing well. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Denise. Good morning, John. Good morning, Law. Good morning, Scott. And hopefully, some of our regulars will make their way over to this one. You're not hearing me now? Is that? Can't imagine the words you were saying. Oh, right. Yeah, I was a little frustrated with it. It's, WTF, why is this doing this? I didn't do anything. I never touched any of the settings. But here here we are. Good morning to everybody. I hope you're all having a good morning. Hopefully this is not a precursor to the start of my day. Um, we did make it to Friday. It's the last work day of the week, at least for me. Although I have a long day ahead of me, I'm probably going to work. Probably a 16-hour day, maybe. Um, I'll be probably working very late tonight, so um, about a 14-hour day, 15-hour, depending. Um, I'm working the last set of fireworks that were scheduled for um, the 4th of July celebration in the town that I work in. Because of all the rain, they've had to reschedule. So this one should be I mean, they're all fun, but this one should be a fun one. This one's they fire these from a barge out in the middle of a big pond, um, and the crazy boaters will be out there. It's Friday night, and you know what some of these crazy boaters um, what these crazy boaters do. Um, this is a really clear picture for StreamYard. Yeah, I'm very surprised. We're connected to the network. Um, I don't know why it's so clear. I'm not going to complain. It looks good. Who knows? Maybe we'll come back. I don't know. Uh, we we I don't know. I'm at a loss now for words with what happened with Streamlab. It always seems to be some sort of an issue with these streaming platforms. We need one that's just real intuitive, that works fine, that has a quality picture. Um, I don't know why I have so many problems with it, but not complaining, and we're gonna work our way through it. So it is Friday. What's going on for the rest of the weekend for me? I'm really not sure. I know I have to mow the lawn. Um, the With all the rain that we've had, the grass is growing quickly and it's growing high. Um, and I really need to get it mowed. Colleen's going to work on the garden, the vegetable garden tomorrow. We'll probably just put around and do some things that we haven't been able to do because of the crazy weather. What's the weather today here in the Northeast? The weather today is going to be, it's going to be up to 91 today is what they're saying. give or take. Right now it's 70 degrees. It's the sun is out, or the sun is coming up anyway, and it's going to be a hot one, another hot one. It got up as high as about 93 yesterday, um, and it was warm. It's been humid, thank goodness. We haven't had any too many crazy calls out there, but um, Scott says he's with me. He has to work late today. Yeah, I don't really work too many of these late days unless we have some incident, but these are only a couple times a year. So, gee, Scott, you almost passed out. You got to drink water, buddy. Make sure you drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. I think that's the key. Geez, I got to get back to remembering all of this stuff here in StreamYard. Um, there we go. I mean, it's actually more intuitive than the other one. Got the music in the background. I can easily go to the chat and I can share out. Link. So if anybody wants to come up on the panel with me, look at that. There's the link. Easily done. Um, but I hope you're feeling better. I know when I was home and my son came home. He is a builder, carpenter. He was out in. Hey, we spoke too soon about the picture. Look at it now. Terrible. That's StreamYard. They suck. But we're gonna lumber through this morning with them. Unbelievable. The StreamYard business. I think they want me to pay for their service. So I'm not saying it's a conspiracy, but that's what I'm saying. It's a conspiracy. It's terrible. The picture. It's awful. That's why I went over to Streamlabs, because this is just crap. They're mad. They want me to pay for it, but I'm not paying for it. Not paying for it. Not yet. Not yet. Um, I'm one of those guys that I fight with the cable company and the electric company, and now this StreamYards is crap quality. Too bad, because it's pretty easy and intuitive, but what can you do? Nothing you can do right now. So, good morning, guys. I'm a little off kilter, but here is the best sip of the day. Cheers to all of you. Morning, Joe. That is good. That is very good. Let's see here. I'm gonna see if I can load in any of our regular stuff. And then we'll kind of do some of our regular business if we can. I hope you guys got something good planned this weekend. Like I said, not a whole lot going on here. We're going to get some chores done, and then who knows? I know one thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be working on the next installment of A Revolutionary Minute. We're going to be doing, obviously, or maybe not so obviously to you, but we're going to do Lexington and Concord next. So, kind of working our way up to the start of the war. Although we haven't done the massacre or the Tea Party yet, but those will be coming. So let's do this. No sound, but that's okay. Let's try that again. You ready? I'll do the sound. This week in history. Oh my goodness, this day in history is brought to you by crappy streaming platforms. If you want a streaming platform that won't work well for you, tune into my show and we'll provide you with one. Uh, so this week in history, let's see what we got. It is July 7th. King Edward I in 1307 died on his way to subdue the new Scottish king, Robert the Bruce. He was on his way to subdue him and he became subdued himself. Crazy. King Charles King Charles VII of France issued a pragmatic sanction of the Borgias in 1438, restricting the rights of the Pope, and in many cases making the Pope's jurisdiction subject to the will of the king. Game of Thrones, I guess, right? In 1770, a Russian fleet destroyed an Ottoman fleet in the Battle of Sesme on the Aegean Sea. In 1807, on July 7th, the first of the treaties of Tilsit was signed between France and Russia after Napoleon's victories over the Russians and the Prussians. In 1906, Satchel Paige, a professional baseball player, picture. Let's do that again. Satchel Paige, a professional baseball pitcher who earned legendary fame during his many years in the Negro League, is believed to have been born on this day in Mobile, Alabama. In 1937, Chinese and Japanese troops clashed near the Marco Polo Bridge outside Beijing, launching the Second Sino-Japanese War. 1946, Mother Frances Xavier Cabrini became the first U.S. citizen to be canonized by the Roman Catholic Church. In 1978, on this day, the Solomon Islands became an independent nation. In 2011, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, the final film adaptation of J.K. Rowling's popular children's book series, had its worst premiere in London. Anybody into Harry Potter? I've never seen a Harry Potter movie, nor have I read any of the books. I think, Mom, you like the Harry Potter stuff. Didn't you read that to the kids? I don't know. Let's see. Famous birthdays today. In 1887, Marc Chagall, a French artist, was born. American author Robert A. Heinlein in 1907 was born. People I've never heard of were born. In 1898, the Hawaiian Islands were annexed by the United States through a joint resolution signed by President William McKinley on this day, paving the way for the islands to become a territory in 1900 and later a U.S. state in 1959, which I believe they were the last U.S. state to be added to the USA. So this has been This Week in History. Let's go right over to the chat and do my good mornings now. Finally, I think I can do this. I said hi to Law and to Scott and to Jen and to Denise. Good morning to you all. Thank you for your patience. I appreciate you guys. Sharon is here. Good morning, Sharon. Thank you. We went from a great picture to a blurry picture. Thank you, StreamYards. When you turned on the background music, it started breaking up on the system and did not return to good when it turned off. Yeah. Look, I don't know. I have no idea why. I didn't do anything different than I normally do. Good morning, Billy from Bamanola. You won't be here long. You got to hit the road, but thank you for coming in. Mom saying Frozen. Good morning, Mom. Good morning to everybody saying good morning to each other. Mom's asking how John slept. John's asking how Denise's toothache is doing. John says he slept very good for once. Oh, that's good, John. Jen says, our family was into Harry Potter. My son couldn't put the books down. A lot of people like that. I know they were pretty popular. It's just not my thing. I'm sure they're very good, but not really into that stuff myself. Let's see. Sharon says, your niece loves Harry Potter. She got a few of his books. You were present while your wife and your kids watched, but you haven't watched it. Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but all I know is he lived under a set of stairs or something, and I don't know. Got the offended tooth pulled yesterday. Feels much better. Oh, I bet. I know that feeling. I think I was telling you right before it was our last cruise, man. I got a toothache, and I'm like, I cannot go on a cruise with this. So I scheduled an emergency. They got me right in, and he said, "Yeah, the tooth's got to go." I said, "Well, let's go." I'm bracing. Get the pliers out and pull that sucker out. Sharon says she's tired, didn't sleep well last night. Yeah, we had a crazy night last night. So we went to bed, a typical night, fell right asleep, and we were both woken up with this crazy rumbling. I don't know if we had an earthquake or what. It was like loud. Uh, it 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 startled us both. We got up. I was looking out the window. I'm like, what the heck? Did the house fall down? What's going on? I don't know. I haven't been outside yet, but I've looked out the windows. Everything appears to be in order. So craziness. And then after that, you think I could go back to sleep? Nah. Woke up every other second, but think my weekend is going to be writing my poetry. Scott, I haven't had a chance to go over yet, but I'll go over to your community page, and I'll check out some of the poetry. Yeah, keep it going, man. Keep writing. It's the best thing. Good morning, Paul. Paul says he slept in a little bit this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, all the books. My mother read all the books. And everybody says they're doing good. So good morning, all. Okay. I don't think my issue here is a Wi-Fi issue or a network issue. Everything's connected. Everything's working. Everything's in the green. But I know it's StreamYards. They're giving me the business. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. What's everybody going to do this weekend? I'm mowing the lawn tomorrow. Maybe we'll tiki bar tomorrow night. That would be nice. I really should start picking up my guitar. I haven't played my guitar in months. So maybe I'll try to fit that in, but I really want to get the video going. I flew the drone. I don't know if I told you, but when we went to Concord the other day, I flew the drone over there, and I haven't even looked at the footage. I hope it came out. Good. Denise says she's working. Of course, that's what we do, right? We don't have the typical days off, holidays and weekends and that. What can you do? You got to work. somebody has to do it, right? Someone definitely has to do it. Let's see, what time is it? It's 6:34 a.m. 34 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. I don't really have a lot to go over this morning. Um, we one thing that we're going to do is yesterday I bought tickets. So we have and Scott, I'm sure you're very aware, and my mother as well. There is a living history museum in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. It's called Sturbridge Village, and it's you may have something similar in the state that you live in, or you may have gone somewhere similar when you were in school. This is a village that's basically based around, I think, the 18th century. But in August, they're having this event called Redcoats and Rebels, and it's a weekend long encampment of reenactors. So we bought tickets to go there, and I'm going to do a lot of filming there. Of course, it's Revolutionary War stuff. So, but going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that. So that's something we got coming up in August. Paul says you've been to Sturbridge many times. Really? Right on. I wouldn't have expected you to be visiting Sturbridge, Massachusetts, but that's great. Did you go to Sturbridge Village or just to the town? Um, Jen has the joke of the day. What did 50 Cent do when he was hungry? 58. I don't have the rim shot. That's a good one. 58. Um, oh, that's funny. That is funny. I'm still trying to get used to all of this stuff here. How do I do? Okay, yeah, here we go. Don't forget to like, share out the stream, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please hit it. The rim shot, I don't have it. Um, hey, Mayra and family from Colombia, South America. Good morning to you. How are you? It's very good to see you. Thank you for coming into the stream this morning. My name is Jimmy. I'm the Astute Tourist. We're having some of the worst technical difficulties going on here today. Some of the worst technical difficulties going down. Excuse me a minute. Got to plug some things in here. I am just all disheveled this morning. I am good as well. Thank you. And thank you for coming in. I hope you, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would appreciate that. And don't forget to hit the like. But thank you for coming in. I appreciate that and appreciate you. Thank you for finding us. And I'll go over to your channel later on today. Actually, I can probably do this now. Since you found me. How is things in Colombia? Oh, I think I found you. You have 101 subscribers and no videos yet. You got nothing going on. Just your channel. But good morning. Thank you for coming in and finding us. I appreciate that. Mom says it's 82 degrees there. It's 72 here. Scott said, did you know if a utility company cuts down a tree during an emergency and the big parts go on your property, they do not have to remove it, all due to regulations, at least in Boston? Really? Thank you, Law, for sharing out their link. Mayra, you got to get some videos out there. Get some videos so we can see what life is like in Colombia, South America. That's a long ways away from here. You're fighting with them on that now. Hey, stand by a minute. I'm going to get up. John, take over from me. All right. Thank you, John. Did a good job. I had to plug in the USB cable for the iPad. It's about to die. They will not remove trees, John says. Okay, John, take over. Good job, John. I knew that you'd be able to handle it just fine. That's why I suggested it. Could cost me $1,500 to remove. Are you kidding me? What kind of tree is it? Is it hardwood? If it's hardwood, man, find somebody. They'll either take it for free or maybe you could sell it. I mean, if it's a bull pine or something, well, then you may have some problems. But I mean, where I live, if it's hardwood, I'll take it. People will fight over it up here. People will definitely fight over it here. $1,500, it says. Wow. Oh, Sharon says, wow. John says, our local public service will remove it from streets and sidewalks. Of course they will. We had that tree come down and pull the wires down earlier this summer. And yeah, they'll cut the tree so that the wires aren't under it, but they won't do anything with the tree. That's up to, if it's on your land, it's definitely up to you. Same thing here, Scott. So yeah, I mean, if they destroyed your wall, they need to fix it. Don't talk to Colleen about the public service company right now. She's been dealing with them at work. I think she talked a little bit about it on Wednesday. And yeah, you don't want to piss off a redheaded Irish woman. That's all I can say. I learned that early in the 40 years that we've been together. You're going to lose, man. That's all I'm saying. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you got to get them to fix that. Definitely get them to fix that. But you're watching Jimmy, the astute tourist, on through the crystal clear, murky waters of StreamYard. I emailed the mayor's office yesterday. Probably won't get an answer. Yeah, there you go, John. That's the best way to do it. Is if you own a chainsaw, then you got to go chop it up. Like I said up here, if it's hardwood, man, people will they'll come. They'll all you got to do is put something out on Facebook. Hey, I got an oak tree. Anybody want it? They'll be breaking the door down to get to it. We do burn a lot of wood up here for heat. I do. It's almost time to start doing some wood. We'll let it cool down a little bit. But we cut a bunch of trees down last year, last fall, and I cut them up into 4 foot lengths. We have them piled up, and they've just been sitting out there drying out. And at some point, we'll go out and we'll start cutting them into stove length sizes and split them, stack them on the front porch, and get ready to heat the house again. I don't know how many more winters I can take. I actually had a dream about it last night, about how many more winters I can stand here. I can't stand anymore. I want to retire the snowblower and head south where it doesn't snow and the temperature stays above 50 degrees Fahrenheit in the wintertime. That's okay. 60's even better. But I love New England, but my body just doesn't like the cold anymore. But it's not cold today. It's going to be 91 degrees here in New England. Hazy, hot and humid, as they say. How's everybody's air quality been since all of these Canadian fires? Come to South Georgia, Sharon says. Colleen's actually going to Atlanta next week. She will be in Atlanta for I don't know, 3 or 4 days. They have a buying. They're going to a buying. I don't know what you call it, convention, whatever it is. They're going to buy product for next year, 2024. They have to do it now, or they won't get any product. The new lines come out, so they have to go. They'll be going to Atlanta to do that. Where doesn't it snow anymore? There are places, Scott. Definitely with you, Jen. You and I kind of live in the same, what is it, longitude and latitude. We're kind of in the same place up from the equator. You guys get all that lake effect stuff out there too. Cold, not a fan. Feel the same way, John says. My wife will not move as long as her mom is alive. Then it will be her sisters. Yeah, I hear you. Colleen's kind of the same way. I don't have any. I have my brother here, and I rarely see him. So I'm not being held back by family. But Colleen has a huge family. For those of you that are going on the booze cruise, you're going to meet some of them. There's 4 girls all together, including Colleen, and they're all coming. Scott says, I think the air alert ended at midnight. I could feel it in my throat last night. I didn't really smell any smoke, but it doesn't snow here in South Georgia where I live in Cochrane. My mother says no snow there either. We only got 80 inches last winter. Yeah, we got more than that. I think we had well over 100 inches total. That one of the last storms we had, it was this wet, heavy, water-saturated snow. It took Nick and I like 3 hours to snowblow the driveway. It was so heavy. We had to take turns. It was awful. Jen says, we'll start spending winters in Florida when my husband retires in 7 years. My wife is one of 13 kids. My goodness. Your poor mother-in-law. My goodness. 13 children. God bless them. That's a lot of kids. Colleen is one of, let's see. So she's there's 4 girls. So she's one of 6 children. Scott says I have 6 years to retire and maybe we will move out of Boston. I'm not necessarily going to retire. I I don't have to retire to move. There's plenty of work everywhere. And in my profession, the jobs are pretty open. Her father had 3 wives and he was a hoe. Well, I guess he was. Some would say that's cool. I don't know. I'm a one woman man myself, but I don't know. Paul says I could retire tomorrow, but I have a phobia about living under an overpass. Right? My thing was always um, uh, talking about the cold. I'm like, you know what? All I need is a good Maytag box and somewhere warm. I can retire. I'll have a place to live. I am used to a certain lifestyle. I I like to eat. I like a roof over my head. I don't know how long a Maytag box would last in the rain. The way the economy is, you may not be able to retire. Yeah, I mean, you know what they say about true retirement? There's only one big event after that, and I'm not looking forward to that event in my case. So I'll probably always do something. My mother's father, he worked right up until the day he died. God bless him. He was 85, I think, when he passed, and he was a bagger at a supermarket. Guy was still working, 85 years old. I don't think he needed to work, but just the kind of guy he was. Liked working. Right? You like food, a roof, electricity, indoor plumbing. It doesn't have to be fancy for me. I'm with you, Paul. I just like, you know, I don't want to squat over a log in the morning. It's it's hard to balance your coffee when you're doing your business over. And there's the threat of poison ivy. Then there's the whole do you have any paper? What are you using? Are you got an old Sears catalog? Um, um, you know, I'll stick with the Charmin. There's all of that. Um, it is Friday. It's the last day of the week, of the work week, that is. Um, Jen says, my father went back to school and completely reinvented his career after he retired. He became a rabbi at 80. How cool is that? That's a true calling right there. I bet that was a lot of work for him to be able to become a rabbi. He was 80 years old. That's so cool. God bless him, too. Don't squeeze the Charmin, right? All right, so 20 points if you can name the character that said or didn't say that, but he was the character that was actually squeezing the Charmin, right? Or no, he said that. Who was the character? Do you remember his name? He'd run around the supermarket telling the women, "Don't squeeze the Charmin." Ding, 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 Scotty. Ding, ding, ding. Mr. Whipple. John, Mr. Whipple. Ding, ding. That's right. Remember those commercials? What about Paul got it too. What about did you have Dunkin' Donuts down south, or is that a New England thing? I think you have them now, but when we were kids, I know Scott and I, when we were young, we had Dunkin' Donuts up here, and there was that guy. He he'd wake up at 3 a.m. or whatever, be half asleep, and time to make the donuts. He kind of reminded me of Mr. Whipple. Time to make the donuts. That's right, Law. Right? Time to make the donuts. It's funny. I should do a whole show on like old commercials. Do you remember Madge? Who remembers Madge? You're soaking in it. Yep, Madge. Funny the things I can remember sitting in front of the TV as a kid, right? We absorbed all of that. It's kind of like Cable Guy. The beginning of Cable Guy when he was a kid. They just sat him in front of the TV and he absorbed all of that stuff. Have a trivia night, right, Scott? Yeah, Palmolive, right, Law? You got it. You're soaking in it. My mother says been in Florida for 23 years, was a snowboard for a lot of them. Miss being a snowbird now. Yeah, I know you do, Mom. It's tough. I wish I could bring New England down to you guys for a few weeks. Hard to travel with Dad now. Hard to travel with him. John says that was what my grandmother did. 3:30 in the morning. She made the donuts. Oh, Scotty, yeah, Calgon. It wasn't that the kids are screaming and the phone's ringing off the hook and she's burning the food on the stove, and then she got in the tub at the end. Calgon, take me away. It's funny. I remember all of that stuff. What about the Frito Bandito? Couldn't get away with that anymore, could you? What was 87, Mom? By golly, by gum, look at the time. It is 57 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock. Well, this has been a crazy Friday morning start to the day. I apologize for all the technical difficulties we've had. I'm not sure what happened. Like I said, I went to start up the Streamlabs, and it said updating. Okay, so I let it update. I didn't touch anything else. And then when I turned it on, I wasn't there. You could hear me, but right, Scott? PMA without technical difficulties, exactly. And that's how we get through the frustration of these technical difficulties. Is we use we use PMA for sure. What was the product? It was a Chinese secret, ancient Chinese secret. Wasn't that some laundry detergent or something, Billy? Or some starch or something? Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I don't know. We'll have it all fixed by Monday. I may go and try the one that Sean uses. That what do they call it? Nmux maybe. Calgon. Was that the Chinese secret? No, I don't think so. I don't know if it was. Ancient Chinese secret. Anyways, don't forget PMA, positive mental attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. Please believe me when I tell you that I'm living proof that it works. I really am. Being in the profession I am, I have developed post-traumatic stress, and I suffer with it every day. And adopting a positive mental attitude has definitely saved my life. So it's not a bad thing at all. It'll chase out uh, the negativity. I was reading the chat. So positive energy chases out negative energy, and it'll save your day, save your week, it'll save your life. If you need to, go and go on YouTube and look up some meditation videos. They definitely help. I've used them before. Once in a while, I use them. I use a bilateral therapy now with headphones and a visual aid, um, along with modern chemicals, prescribed, of course. But adopting the PMA is definitely the biggest game changer for me. So um, don't you worry. If you get something going on, you're not alone. Uh, don't forget to make a difference in somebody's day today. A smile, a kind word, a handshake, friendly gesture, a hug if they're so inclined. It's the thing to do. Think about our first responders, the men and ladies of the police, fire, medical workers, healthcare workers, all the essential workers that are out there. They're working 24/7 to help keep us all safe and healthy, and they don't ask for anything. So think about them, keep them in your prayers. Also, our men and women of the armed services, they're protecting us and keeping our freedoms and our liberties safe from the bad forces that are outside the wall. So, and last but not least is, of course, Old Glory, the red, white, and blue, the glorious flag. I love her to death. She is a grand old flag, and she'll forever wave. Honor your flag. That is definitely worth more than the cloth it's printed on. And oh, okay, Mom. My grandfather was 87 when he passed. So that's going to do it for me. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll be back Monday morning in some form or another. On Monday morning at 6 a.m. If the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, I'll be back here Monday morning at 6 a.m. I hope you all have a good weekend. Don't work too hard. Don't play too hard. Remember PMA. I love and appreciate you guys. Peace and love from my heart deep down. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.